1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Season 2 premiere of Pajama Bible Stories. I'm here with kids from St. Nicholas in Troy, Michigan, and St. George in Bloomfield Hills. And we are here going to talk about the story of the Transfiguration of Christ. This week, that's what we're learning about, being transformed. One day, Jesus took 3 of his best friends, Peter, James, and John, who were 3 of the disciples, to Mount Tabor. And they went up to this place to pray. And during this, a great light shone around Christ. And it knocked these 3 friends of Jesus's, Peter, James, and John, off their feet. It was so bright. And they saw next to Jesus, who was standing there, Moses and Elijah, who were 2 prophets of the Old Testament. And while they were there, Peter said, we should build 3 tabernacles, places of worship for the 3 of you. And before he could even finish speaking, because he didn't quite even understand what's going on, a voice from heaven came down and said, this is my son, the chosen one, the Christ. Listen to him. All right? And this light shone even brighter. And after this had happened, they realized who Jesus Christ is. Who Jesus Christ, he is God. And that helped them understand how glorious God is. All right? This takes place can be read in the book of Matthew and Luke. Now, what does this mean for us? Why do we read this story? When Jesus transfigured, as we call it, he changed. He showed himself in glory. And in the icons, we see this light, this uncreated light, this light of God that is also called a mandorla, which is the shape of an almond. It's Italian. That's kind of fancy Italian word, mandorla. Can you guys say mandorla? Mandorla. Yeah, there you go. And this light shone forth. This light is the light of God, the light of Christ. It is the light that when God said, let there be light on day 1 of the creation of the earth, that was the light of Christ showing forth so that all creation could be revealed and made. For us, who here was baptized? Oh, you know who else was baptized? Christ was baptized, right? Was Christ born on this earth? Yeah. Did he grow up as kids? Was he your age ever? Yeah. He was, wasn't he? And he did all these things that you guys do, that we all do. And then the transfiguration happened. And that transfiguration showed not just who God is, but what we can be. That in all the things that Christ did, that we do, that we participate in his glory and his awesomeness too. And the light of Christ shines through us. In fact, so much so that there were saints that have shown forth this uncreated light, like St. Gregory Palamas. That there'd be times when he was worshiping that people would see this light shone forth out of him. And that light wasn't his own light, was it? It was Christ's light. It was a Christ's light showing forth. And this is what we can all grow to be. We can all grow to be saints. We can all grow to be those who show the glory of God in our life. And that we can be a light unto those around us. So when you guys start school at the end of the month, right? You're going to go to school, and there's going to be people who don't know Christ the way you guys do. But you can show Christ's love and his light by being kind, by loving your neighbors, loving your friends, loving your schoolmates, especially when those are having a hard time in school, right? Going to find somebody who needs to see the light of Christ. That's what we get to do. That's the light of Christ that we get to show on the world. And that is what Christ was showing us in the Transfiguration. So this feast that we celebrate on Saturday this year, August 6th every year, is something that allows us and reminds us of our potential, and who we can be. And that's it. That's the story of the Transfiguration. Next episode, we will be covering the Dormition of the Theotokos. So we need pictures. Make sure you send us pictures, and there'll be links in the below part where you can send those. Description, that's what it's called. Good thing I got these guys here. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks you guys for being here, and we look forward to an awesome season of Pajama Bible Stories. Blessings, crosses, see ya!
See ya!
All right.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.